Okay, recap True Detective, last episode, season 1. Marty and Russ become sort of friends again after a bunch of fucking bullshit. Russ convinces Marty that there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of kids have disappeared. They go down to the sheriff of the county where Marie Fontenot, that girl, disappeared years back. Through Russ' unconventional interrogation techniques, they get a bunch of info out of him. It turns out that the sheriff at the time of that county, Iberia County, his name was Childress, and he closed the case on that missing girl, and he shouldn't have. So they find out where this guy used to live, the Childress family. It turns out they're the family of the preacher, the big kind of Jimmy Falwell guy who ran all those schools. They go out to this address out in the swamps they found for the old sheriff and his family, and it's an old mansion. It's just full of garbage. The guy with the scarred face lives there with his retarded woman. It turns out it's basically his half-sister. This guy was the guy who was mowing the lawn at the Pelican Island School went way back in the season, if you remember that guy. He's a janitor for the school district. Anyways, he runs off as they after the Marty and Russ get there, and Russ runs after him, and the guy chases the guy. The guy leads him into this maze, which is Carcosa. Basically, it's an old fortress of some sort, underground tunnel, bunch of those twiggy occult things in there. A bunch of skulls, a bunch of children's clothing. And meantime, Marty, back at the house, gets in touch with one of the cops who's been interrogating, one of the two black dudes who's been interrogating them. And then he runs after him. In the meantime, the big freak has stabbed Russ really bad. And then when Marty shows up, the big freak plants an axe in his chest. But Marty still has some life left in him, so he shoots the guy in the head, so he dies. And then the cops show up, and then they're in the hospital, and they're big heroes. But first you see Marty. He's not in really good shape, but Maggie and the two estranged daughters show up, and they hold his hands, and he starts crying. And then you see, where's Russ? Is he dead? Did he die because he got stabbed really bad? No, he's in the hospital, not feeling too fucking hot, to put it like that. And but he eventually survives. A lot of people wondering, does Russ reconcile with his past? Does Russ face his inner demons? The answer is yes! And he basically becomes a Christian. That's the end of the series. Or that's the end of the season. Okay. The motherfucking end. One last thing. I really enjoyed this series. One of my favorite series of all time. Just a little... you people who make these series and these deep south, southern fried Americana things. Just, if you walk into one of those bars in the real world, they're going to be playing Toby Keith. They're not going to be playing the Black Keys, okay? So please... just get that stuff fixed, and it's going to be perfect. Thank you.